What is up, YouTube? Lee the Captain here, back again with another YouTube video on nothing other than Casper. And in today's YouTube video, I am going to be talking about why I am so excited with Casper and what I think about it moving forward. I'm also going to give everyone an update on Casper, so let's jump straight into the video. Right now, people must be wondering what's going on with Casper. They see the price is low, they think it's boring, they don't think anything exciting is going on. But in my opinion, when I take a look at low prices, I am actually more excited than ever, because when I take a look at low prices, I just think it is sale day. I think everything's on sale. I'm just so excited when I take a look at low prices because I actually can buy my favorite crypto projects at a discount price, and Casper is giving me that amazing opportunity right here, right now. And I get how people are feeling, right? Some people right now, they must feel kind of demotivated in a sense, because let's say they invested in Casper last year, and then let's say they see their investment go down, they are underwater when it comes to their investment, they're holding at a loss. But if anything, I think that these low prices actually give those individuals a chance to lower down their average cost. And let's say people don't have enough money to put in Casper anymore because they went all in. I think it is totally fine, because in my opinion, the future is so tremendous when it comes to Casper. So let's say they're holding at a 50% loss, 60% loss. I think it is not even a big deal in my opinion, especially when you take a look at Casper in the long term. In fact, personally speaking, I have bought Casper at 15 cents, 18 cents, 10 cents, 5 cents, 3 cents, you name it. I just keep buying more and more and more. I'm not worried about the day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month price movement, because let's say in the future Casper goes to $3, $4, $5, you name it. Does it really matter in the grand scheme of things if you accumulated Casper at, let's say, 3 cents or 7 cents or 12 cents? Doesn't really matter, because the upside is so tremendous, and the downside as of right now especially, I don't think is that bad, especially when you consider the upside. In fact, if I take a look at Casper right now, I feel that it pretty much has bottomed out. If anything, it is much closer to a bottom than it is a top. In the grand scheme of things, especially in the long term, does it really matter if someone lost 50% or 80% on their Casper investment if the upside is hundreds or even thousands of percents? Especially if you take a look in the future, let's say someone has already gained hundreds or even thousands of percents, they won't necessarily care about the 50 or 80% loss they incurred in the past, because in the future it seems so minimal. And just remember that, let's say someone does hold a cryptocurrency, it doesn't only apply to just Casper. Let's say they just hold any cryptocurrency, and let's say it's at a loss, that is actually unrealized loss. It's only an actual loss if you actually sell it. If you just hold on to your crypto and don't actually sell it, that loss is actually unrealized, and that is not financial advice. Oftentimes, people only focus on the price, but they don't take a look at the fundamentals, and Casper has such amazing fundamentals. They are enterprise optimized, and the amazing thing about this is that in the future, I truly do believe that the major driving force behind the prices of cryptos is going to be institutional adoption, and Casper is focused on exactly that. In my opinion, once institutions fully adopt cryptocurrencies, they fully adopt blockchain technology, I honestly do think at that point, crypto projects that are actually focused on institutional adoption like Casper is going to have a decoupling moment, especially when it comes to the price and its link to Bitcoin. Because as of right now, every single crypto project for the most part is dependent on the price of Bitcoin. Bitcoin goes down, all these other cryptos go down. Bitcoin goes up, all of these other cryptos go back up again. But again, in my opinion, in the long term, crypto projects that are actually fully adopted by institutions will actually decouple from the price of Bitcoin, because they actually have a true use case. They're not just a store of value like Bitcoin. They're actually being used. And that is why I truly do believe in Casper, because they are focused on the right thing. They are focused on institutional adoption. However, as I mentioned before, the price of Casper, especially in the short to medium term, is going to be dependent on the price of Bitcoin. And when it comes to Bitcoin, I have some exciting news when it comes to that. So let's check it out. When you take a look at the Bitcoin logarithmic growth curve, you will see that as of right now, the price of Bitcoin has never ever dipped this far below the bottom yellow line ever in its history. And the last time it even dipped below that bottom yellow line was during that COVID 2020 crash, and we all know what happened after that. Soon after that crash, Bitcoin, along with the whole crypto markets, had one of the most biggest runs ever in history. And as of right now, we are even lower than that COVID 2020 crash point. So could we be seeing one of the most massive runs, if not the most massive run in crypto history ever? I honestly do think so, because if you just take a look at this chart again, we have never ever been this far below the bottom yellow line, because the only time we did ever dip below the bottom yellow line, we had one of the most massive runs ever. And right now we are even lower than that point. So when I take that into consideration, I do think that the next bull run, it will be so huge, not only for Bitcoin, but for Casper as well. And when I take a look at the strength of the US dollar, as of right now, it hasn't been this strong since the early 2000s. Just imagine that. And historically speaking, every single time the strength of the US dollar goes up, the price of Bitcoin goes down. However, every single time the strength of the US dollar goes down, Bitcoin goes up. And as of right now, the US dollar is so strong that it is primed for a major crash. And a major crash when it comes to the US dollar is going to be tremendous news for the whole crypto market. And as of right now, the amount of Bitcoin holders are at an all-time high, despite the price of Bitcoin being nowhere near its all-time high price. More people are holding onto Bitcoin than ever before in history. Just imagine how bullish that is when it comes to Bitcoin. And bullish news for Bitcoin equals bullish news for the whole crypto space overall. If the price of Casper were to go to $1, that is a 38x from this exact point. So let's say someone put $1,000 in Casper right now, and let's say the price of Casper were to go to $1, they have managed to turn $1,000 into $38,000. That is absolutely insane in my opinion, and it shows the tremendous potential when it comes to Casper. In the next bull run, Casper will truly shock a lot of people because as of right now, a lot of people, they are greatly underestimating Casper. They don't see its future potential, but we as Casper holders, we as part of the Casper army understand where the future is heading. We understand the amazing and tremendous potential that Casper has. And the next bull run, Casper is absolutely going to go to a different dimension, and we will see each other at the top because we are the pioneers. We believed in Casper when no one else did, and we will be the ones to enjoy the benefits in the long term. So stay strong, Casper holders. We will see each other at the top. And that's been it for today's YouTube video. Hopefully everyone enjoyed the video, and make sure to smash that like button. Also, make sure to click subscribe so you don't miss out on the latest and greatest Casper news and content. It's been Lee the Captain, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm out. Peace. Bye.